Hey Foundations fam, spring is right around the corner, the flowers are about to start to bloom, the trees will wake up, and your child, well, you're quietly praying that this spring looks nothing like the last one. Because last spring, we heard it from so many families. Tissues in every room, red, itchy, watery eyes, noses that don't stop running, missed soccer games, having to leave the park early, and you've probably tried every allergy medication that's out there on that shelf, natural or not. You've kept the windows closed, you check those pollen counts every single morning like it's your job. You've limited outdoor time during that peak spring season, and still, nothing really works to help your kid move through that spring season without significant allergy struggles. And deep down, you're probably wondering, why is my child the one who can't enjoy this most beautiful time of the year? Well, here's what most doctors don't tell you about allergies. The problem isn't typically the pollen. It's the nervous system. In this video today, this is for moms who are exhausted from managing seasonal allergies year after year after year, the one who's tired of watching her child miss out on all of the outdoor fun, the one who wants to understand why her child's immune system seems to overreact to something that's supposed to be harmless. So let me start by telling you about a little girl named Kylie. While other kids can play outside without a care in the world, Kylie dealt with constant congestion, a runny nose that never stopped, seasonal allergies that basically dictated her family's schedule. And they tried all the things, supplements, natural protocols, over-the-counter remedies. Some things helped a little bit, but it always felt like a piece was still missing. And they didn't want to just mask the signs, they also saw the side effects of taking daily Claritin and how that overstimulated her nervous system. These parents wanted to get to the root cause, and what they discovered had nothing to do with the pollen counts. Seasonal allergies affect about 24 million Americans, so that's 1 in 4 children. It's one of the most chronic conditions in our kids today. But here's the question that nobody's asking. Why do some kids roll in the grass all spring long with zero issues, while others are trapped indoors, they're sneezing and struggling to breathe? Well, here's the science. The immune system is controlled by the nervous system, and the vagus nerve, which is the main communication highway between the brain and the body, acts like an air traffic controller for the entire immune system. When the nervous system is balanced and it's regulated, it tells the immune system, pollen is harmless, stand down, be calm. But when the nervous system is stuck in stress mode, what we call dysautonomia, it sends a very different message, and that message is danger, attack. That's when histamines are released, and that's when inflammation starts to ramp up. That's when we see classic allergy signs like congestion, sneezing, itchy eyes, airway irritation. And here's something that most people don't even realize. 70 to 80% of the immune system actually originates in the gut. And guess what regulates the gut? No, it's not probiotics. No, it's not aloe. It's the vagus nerve. And when vagal tone is healthy, the gut barrier stays strong. The immune system stays calm and it's adaptive, but when that vagal tone is damaged or it's suppressed, the gut barrier can start to break down. And that's when we see immune hypersensitivity. The body starts overreacting to completely harmless triggers like pollen and like grass. So, how does this happen in the first place? Well, we call it the perfect storm. I'm sure you've heard us talk about it before. Prenatal stress will transmit these high levels of cortisol through the umbilical cord, shaping a baby's stress response before they're even born. Then there's things like birth interventions, C-sections, forceps, vacuum extraction that can all put mechanical stress on the upper cervical spine, right where the vagus nerve exits the brainstem. Then when you layer in early childhood illnesses, antibiotics, chronic stress, environmental toxins, now the nervous system really gets stuck in fight or flight mode. And when the sympathetic nervous system is in overdrive, think of it as like a computer that has 47 tabs open. Eventually, it's going to crash. And that excess cortisol doesn't just make kids anxious or wired, it will actually weaken their proper immune regulation and it will trigger a pro-inflammatory response, even to things as harmless as pollen. So, let's talk about medications for a minute. Antihistamines suppress the signs. They don't restore function. They can actually cause drowsiness, fatigue, even behavior changes in some kids. And we can see the evidence of that on our EMG scans. And the antihistamines don't actually retrain the immune system to respond appropriately. It's just masking those symptoms. So avoiding allergens, staying indoors, limiting exposure, that might reduce symptoms temporarily, but it also is limiting your child's quality of life. It doesn't actually fix the root cause. And this is where neurologically focused chiropractic care is different. At Foundations Chiropractic, we use insight scans to objectively measure how your child's nervous system is functioning. These scans show us if subluxation and stress are keeping the body stuck in that fight or flight state. And then through very gentle very specific adjustments, we work to release that stored tension in the nervous system, to activate the parasympathetic rest and regulate response, and then to restore the proper communication between the brain and the gut and the immune system. So no, we are not treating or curing seasonal allergies. We're restoring neurological balance so that the immune system can function the way that it was designed to be adaptive, to be intelligent, and to be appropriate when it needs to be. So if your child is stuck in this cycle of seasonal allergies, they're missing out on outdoor play, and they're relying on medications every day that don't actually solve the problem but drive it deeper. There is a better way. Your child's nervous system may simply be stuck in a pattern of stress that can be released, and released fairly easily as well. So if you're ready to help your child enjoy spring without all of the suffering, click the link in our bio, send us a DM, or schedule directly with our team here at Foundations Chiropractic. We would love to help your child experience some real relief and the freedom to run outside when those flowers are blooming.